Hello dear students. Today in this video lecture we are going to study and discuss a poem, Indian English poem, that is Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa T.S. This poem is written by the Indian English poet Nissim Ezekiel. So before to study the poem, let us know about the poet. So Nissim Ezekiel, he was an Indian English poet or a writer. He is one of the leading Indian English poets. Along with, he is a famous, eminent, popular poet. He has completed his education from Bombay and London universities. Most of his poetry is for adults. His poems are for adults because those poems are serious in tone and it is very difficult to understand because he writes satires. Satire means to make fun of the people or to make fun of the society. So in his writing career he has written so many poems. So among those list, some poetry collections here I have mentioned. So the first one is Hymns in Darkness. So here hymns is a kind of song. In Kannada we call as bhajan, bhajane manu. Hymns in Darkness. The second poetry collection is A Time to Change. The third, 60 poems. And the fourth one, The Exact Time. So these are the some poetry collections of Nissim Ezekiel. So for his contributions to the Indian English literature, he got or he won Sahitya Academy Award and the government of India awarded him the Nobel Award, that is Padma Shri, the highest civilian Indian award. So for his achievement and for his intellectualness, the poet K.N. Daruwala, he called him or he said him that he was an intellectual powerhouse. So intellectual means wise. Wise. And what is the powerhouse? So he is a powerful poet who writes on the major issues in the Indian society, especially on Indian people's English language. So this is enough about the poet or author Nissim Ezekiel. So now let us see about the poem Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa T.S. Now let us see about the poem. So this poem, it is a representation of the influence of mother tongue over English language by the Indian speakers. So here this is the major point that we are going to discuss in this video. So as a being Indian, English, we studied English as our second or third language. So it means that before English we learned Kannada or Marathi. So when we learn English, so indirectly or directly our mother tongue's influence will be there in our English tongue or over our English languages. So as a being Indian English speaker, there are a lot of influence on English language by the vernacular. So in this poem, the incident took place from the Gujarati people's life. So another thing, in this poem the poet portrays the way in which the tenses and words are used in wrong places. So without knowing grammar, here in this poem, the speaker or the narrator who uses language in a wrong way, in a wrong manner, not knowing where to use tenses and where to put the correct wordings into the sentence structure. So what would happen in this poem? Let us see. Now let us see the poem Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa T.S. So here Miss Pushpa T.S, she is a character in this poem. So her colleagues, where she works in one of company, so from that company some people known by as a colleagues, they are giving her the goodbye party. So here goodbye party means it's a farewell party. Farewell party. So they were throwing the farewell party to Miss Pushpa T.S. So now one of her colleague, what she or he is trying to speak, let us see. He starts, friends, our dear sister is departing for foreign in 2-3 days. So look at his use of language. So he is using the words called in 2-3 days. So especially in standard English we cannot use 2-3 days. So instead of 2-3 days we use 2 or 3 days. So in our Kannada language we use such kind of language. 2-3 ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. So that is not a proper or correct usage. 2 ಅಥವಾ 3 ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. 2 or 3 days. So this is the correct usage. So this is the wrong one. So here the speaker or the narrator, he is telling that his dear sister Miss Pushpa T.S, she is departing for foreign in 2 or 3 days. For what reason? Let's say, and we are meeting today to wish her bon voyage. So here bon voyage. So bon voyage means happy journey. Bon voyage means happy journey. So why they have gathered in a particular place? Because they want to give a farewell party and wish her happy journey for her foreign tour. So again he says, you are all knowing friends. So look at the language, you are all knowing. So this is the vernacular or regional languages influence on Indian language. So you are all knowing means all of you know. All of you know, friends, what sweetness is in Miss Pushpa. So here sweetness means what? Sweetness. So here sweetness means it's a beauty or beautiful. What sweetness is in Miss Pushpa? I don't mean only external sweetness but internal sweetness. So here the word sweetness refers to the beauty. The beauty, not only internal beauty, not only external beauty, but the both internal as well as external beauty. So here he is telling that Miss Pushpa T.S, she is a good lady. She has a good character. She is honest and hard worker. Miss Pushpa is smiling and smiling. So look at the language. She continuously uses present continuous tense ing forms. Miss Pushpa is smiling and smiling. So smiling and smiling means keep smiling. It means that Miss Pushpa has always a smile on her face. Whether she was in tense mood or she was in happy mood, she always smiles, even for no reason, but simply because she is feeling. So again, look at the language, just observe. So for no reason, she always smiles. Miss Pushpa is coming from very high family. So here the meaning of coming from means belongs to. Coming from means belongs to. So here Miss Pushpa, she belongs to a very rich family or high class family. How? Let's see. Her father was renowned advocate. Why? It is because her father's occupation was a lawyer. So here advocate means lawyer. Her family was rich and her father was a popular and famous lawyer in Balsar or Surat. So here the speaker is not knowing, or he was not sure about where was her family, the family of Miss Pushpa T.S. He was not sure, he was guessing where Balsar or Surat. I am not remembering now which place. So again he is telling that he has not remembered where does her family belongs. Surat, question mark, Surat. Oh yes, so someone says Surat, then you say, oh yes. Once only I stayed in Surat with family members of my uncle's very old friend. So again, now he left the topic of Miss Pushpa T.S. and he remembered and telling about himself. So what he said, yes, once only, look the language, once only. So once I stayed in Surat with whom? With the family members of his uncle's old friend. His wife was cooking nicely. So he was telling that he is the uncle's old friend's wife. She is known for, or she is good at cooking. So that thing or that day he remembered. That was long time ago. So he said that incident took place before a long time. Coming back to Miss Pushpa, she is most popular lady with men also and ladies also. So look the language, look at the language, just observe. Coming back to Miss Pushpa. So again, he forgot that matter and he came back to Miss Pushpa. He is telling that she is the most popular lady with men also and ladies also. So this means that Miss Pushpa T.S. she is the most popular and famous girl or woman in men and women both. Whenever I asked her to do anything, she was saying, just now only I will do it. So whenever and whatever the work, if you give it to her, she never say no. With pleasantly, with heartily, she accepted and always ready to do the given task or work. She always said, I will do it, I can do it. That is showing good spirit. So here good spirit means always ready to work. So she shows her work spirit always at any given time, at any situation. It may be good or bad, it may be difficult or easy. She always say yes to the work. I am always appreciating the good spirit. So he was telling that she always appreciate the good spirit of Miss Pushpa T.S. The last stanza, Pushpa Miss is never saying no. So he was telling that Miss Pushpa T.S. she has never said no to anyone in her throughout career. Whatever I or anybody is asking, she is always saying yes. If I or it may be other person, if they give her or if they ask anything to her, she never say no. She always say yes, I will do it. She is always saying yes, and today she is going to improve her prospect. So prospect means it's a capacity or potential or capacity. Why she is going to foreign? Because she wanted to improve her prospect. So here prospect means drushti kona, or we can say potential or our work capacity. She wanted to develop and improvise her working skill, her working technique, and even capacity to do work. And we are wishing her bon voyage. And we have all gathered here to say a goodbye or to say a happy journey. Now I ask other speakers to speak. Now he is requesting to his other near ones or colleagues to speak or address a few words about the Miss Pushpa T.S. or about the gathering. And afterwards Miss Pushpa will do summing up. So after your few words, Miss Pushpa will come here and she too can address the gathering and wind up the farewell function. So this is about the poem Goodbye Party for Miss Pushpa T.S. So here in this poem, the poet Nissim Ezekiel, he was actually make the fun of how the Indian people use the English. He also said that while learning Indian English, our Hindustani languages such as Kannada, Marathi, Hindi, they can affected on our English tongue. So that is why the Indian English speakers cannot use the wordings or the language structure properly in their life. So this is about the poem. After watching this video, if you still have any doubts and queries in your mind, you can approach me. Thank you.